if he's going to not check the angle, but look at the spray, and Wardell getting 4! Nobody checks it. Can he get the ace? Of course he can.
And they're going to be moving in towards this B site. Rounding things out is going to be the Rays.
That's Cypher on the defense, which is interesting. It's the double smokes, the double controller that certainly caught my attention. Omen's really good on this map, and Drone just takes up a bit too much space. What else going to actually follow suit? Maybe this is something actually Echo 8 aren't necessarily expecting. This nice close-in angle, especially when it comes to Sub-Rose, if he's going to not check the angle, but look at the spray, and Wardell getting 4! Nobody checks it. Can he get the ace? Of course he can. Fuck, what a brilliant way to start this game.
When it comes to the duelists currently in rotation, Psalm tries to get aggro with the Leer. There's a flash as well coming out from the Omen. That's the Paranoia popping down. Spike being dropped as well. The remaining two were actually in B main. And you can see it's actually Aaron who plays the Rays, trying to sneak in, getting peppered up by Cutler, who finally finishes off that target. It will be Def, currently in a 1-on-3. The Spike is down inside the smoke, and as the smoke pops, he's surrounded. Right now, it is interesting to see this Sageless comp over on B. And you can see, as a result, Echo 8 wants to go towards that B site quite a bit. They want to try and flex towards B whenever possible. You've got this interesting composition. Again, we mentioned it. TSM, kind of the team that tries to set trends. So typically you'd see Cutler playing that Cypher, but has opted to go for the Omen, which we would sometimes see Subroza play. So there's the ult pop. That rocket not necessarily going to go down, as the Paranoia is just too powerful. It's so incredibly strong. Superman starts to make it into the site with the ult, and there's the retake of sorts into the site. Coming through is going to be TSM trying to get back in, trying to prevent that spike from being planted, but it will go down back behind the default box. Superman, as the Omen, has the possibility to try and TP out of this, but knows not really going to have that capability. Just trying to play back behind this box. Peeking up, spots out the first target in Drone. It's a 1-on-1 against an up, but it's Wardell. Doesn't make a difference. 3 kills coming in from Superman as Echo 8 finally get themselves on the board here in the 5th round. Now again, we see this passive play we saw in the last map. This time, though, it's going to be Subroza. It's not going to be Nicholas who was doing it for the likes of Code 7. Subroza finds 2. Wardell, meanwhile, picking one off with the Operator. No surprise there. It's what he does best. It's down to Brando, the Sage, trying to work up ramp, but the round's already pretty much lost. 30 seconds left. Spike in their possession. Wardell says, 3 kills on the round, please. I'd like some more.
Towards mid. Subroza and Hayes have it pretty much on lockdown, but it seems that Drone is going to come in and offer a little bit of support. Hayes managing to get the pixel perfect angle just to spot where Superman was. Close up the wall. The Resurrect is available on the attack if they want to bring back the Omen player. Cutler's actually switched his position around to be on A, which is interesting. Subroza wanted to use the orbital strike this time. Doesn't quite catch the Cypher on his left-hand side, but it doesn't matter too much. The wall breaks nicely, offers up a nice little avenue, and TSM right now are just spoiling this ball.
It's a nice pick-off as well there, coming in from Hayes towards the end.
Fully trying our hardest in this tournament. We are still the scariest team in NA, and they're doing it with pizzazz, Bok. Like, the way that they're playing this game is a sight to behold.
Drone's getting aggressive as well. No surprise there. He's feeling it right now. Wants to take the fight to their doorstep. Doesn't realize there's one more around the corner. So Def there with the punish. Def looks so good when he filled in with FaZe during the T1 and Nerd Street Gamers Showdown. There's the ult coming in. He actually goes up into it and takes a little bit more damage. Wardell is down to 23. Has to watch out for the nade that's currently there. Goes for the reload. No, never mind. Just continuing to wait for the push to come through. There's the reload coming out on the Operator. So it will be one of the more promising rounds we've seen as they've gotten site control. The spike going down in just a moment. Wardell starting to peek towards Aaron. Aaron doesn't even get a shot out from the rifle. So now it's a 2-on-3. The numbers advantage going the direction of TSM. It's now down to 1. It's Psalm who's coming in as a bit of a roster change, but it doesn't work out so well for him yet again. Surprise, surprise. It's been that way throughout this first half entirely. It's going to be 9-1 now. TSM just looks so incredibly good. Now they're going to be going after Cutler, who's over on this B site. And Cutler just backing off, using that wall for some cover. As the ult gets popped, Cutler's going to get 1. Has to be careful, though. Very low on HP. Wardell with a quick shot does manage to take out Aaron. But there's a fast trade coming in from Superman, who is actually responsible for the 1-round win thus far for the side of Echo 8. And as they go for the swing, it's a double peek coming out.
it can just be as disciplined and straightforward as that. Let the other players shine, and this is a nice bit of intel that the defenders are able to get. Wardell's now playing very aggro, but can get out of there. That's the beauty of playing Jet. But yet again, it's Drone that gets the majority of the damage done with a nice double kill. Wardell's actually missing. I think there's something wrong with my screen bot, because that seems very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Wardell so far. Interested in when it comes to watching some of these games, but I just can't wait to see what TSM do when they go up into the quarterfinals, the semis, the grand finals, if they of course get there. Seeing how they play against some of these bigger teams, like they're certainly going to be firm favourites. They just needed to remind people that they're firm favourites going into it.
Great play coming out early from Aaron as the nades do fantastic damage. Cutting things down to 3. But Drone's in such a good position. Wall on the ropes, puts one to the back of the skull of Brando. There's the flash coming around the corner as well. The Omen has to back out, as does his support. Drone's going to be running around thunderfooting as the spike is actually going the opposite direction. So they're going to be backing out despite the fact that they had ramp control. They're going to be going towards the B site where you've only got the Cypher. Now, they're not exactly being quiet about this, so Cypher is going to be moving back towards the stairs. The camera's going to be the first thing that spots them. Smoke's going to go down. Def is going to try to spam through. Does end up dropping Sabrosa, which was the player with the most HP. Going to be another one for Def, and it all comes down to one. It'll be Cutler, who's in the clutch position here. Inside the smoke is one. Waiting for him is Superman, and in the Omen duel, Superman comes out on top. A second round being given over to Echo 8. Balance things out a little bit differently. We saw a lot of players going to the Vandal and switching back towards the Phantom in the long run. Superman playing close and aggressive with the SMG right on the other side of that one's going to make it work. Wardell goes up vertically and starts to float his way towards the ropes, but it doesn't go so well for him. And it's down to now just one. It's Cutler. That is an impressive round coming in from Echo 8 and the kind of round that you need to pick up when the scoreline looks like this.
Maybe next time we can see it come into action as we see a bit more of a half-buy yet again from TSM. The dunk from Aaron right into the air with the showstopper. You would expect this would be another round good towards Echo 8. We could see it come all the way back, Bok, but somehow I doubt it.
Aaron almost touching the skybox at that point.
Yeah.
With that showstopper so high. The verticality coming in from the raise. Drone steps in the hot hands for like half a second, gets an additional maybe 5 to 7 HP to try and round out his health just a little bit more. The spike is currently at the bottom of ropes. It's in the hands of Wardell. He doesn't have his trusty operator. He's on a Vandal. Now, the good thing is, with the noise that's being made towards B by his teammates, they're starting to pull this Omen out of position. With the position currently from the Omen, they've actually got the site free and clear. So there's the smoke coming down, but Wardell, I do not like this play so much. It's all about timing. Almost gets caught as he comes through. It's a bit of a gamble, given that he had the spike, but it will be the site lost.
I mean, it's Wardell, it's a gamble, this is what he does, he lives life on the edge, but it was good play now because of all of the control the TSM have on this attack on the retake. There's one frag, just one more now, which is Depth, who is going to slowly make his way over to the site. Might save, really hard to say, but seems to be gravitating towards that area. Runs into Drone, that opens up things a little bit more nicely in this 1 versus 2. Wardell changed up his positioning, has a nice aggressive off angle on this right-hand side. I love the fact that we have X-rays in this game. The camera's not going to quite spot him. He's just going to run out. Wardell's just going to line that shot up. It's a thrifty round for TSM, but nevertheless, it puts him on match point.
To either pop or wait for the Sage to come out from that position right around the corner. You do have the Sage up on top of it. There's the Raze nade coming down to do the damage.
Oh
There's the peek. Aaron gets the kill coming in from the nade. Nice dash coming out as well. He's looking for the shot through the wall. Does connect on one with that Sheriff, but it's not enough to take down his target.
He's trying to get the flicking. Could only do so much. Aaron has the nice shot in, but Drone can trade. He's the last one alive. Pretty much surrounded, but he is a Phoenix. He's not locked in with them. They're locked in with him. He is going to make a lot of noise, though. There is a bit of a crossfire setup, and Superman with the operator able to get the frag. Depth picking up a second one. Time's been wasted. 20 seconds left on the clock. The execute needs to come in now.
There's the ult coming out. Nice paranoia from Superman, but with the op, it's going to be quite difficult as they push through. Not able to connect on that somewhat blind shot inside the smoke. You've got Aaron currently underneath. It's a bit of a bloody round.
is still an awful lot to do. This defense is well played, though. It's patient. They're stacking in the right places. We're all completely flashed. Brando is the first to get the killing blow. Sub Rosa does trade. Showstopper now available for Aaron, who gets the kill into Sub Rosa. It's just going to be a 3-on-4 now, so TSM is still in this. The operator is still in play, but Wardell's just not looking at the right time, and Depth just peeks him. Fortunately, Cutler does more. The res is there on drone, and Aaron's able to get a third.
Yeah, the bait res coming through doesn't really work out so well. Nice shooting from Cutler, who does have the spike and the ult, so he's going to go all the way over to the A site with the port. Almost want to see him cancel it in that situation. Make them think you're actually going to commit, or fake it. Fake it to the back of B. Make them think you're actually going A. It would have been bold. And then go for the B plant instead. Obviously, once he goes for the plant, they're going to know where it's at. He hears the drop, goes for the peek. Does Cutler have it in him to close things out? No! He runs out of ammo. The magazine runs dry. So again, Echo 8 barely survived, but they continue to put rounds on the scoreboard. The Brim, Sabrosa, just behind him, getting ready to set up a play. We'll see if we're going to see that ult pop come out from the Phoenix, and there it is. So run it back has been popped. The Paranoia to lead in towards Heaven as well. They're trying to run away, and they're having a bit of a difficult time. Sabrosa and Drone can't find that tripwire quick enough, and there's the ult wearing off just as they're about to spot them. So now the support is arriving, but at this point it's almost too late. Everyone on the site has fallen. There's upgrades coming out here. The ult coming out from Sabrosa as well forces Psalm right into him, and Wardell will close things out in the end. 13-7, right around the average scoreline for Split, as TSM eventually close things out in expected fashion.